English is closest to Zulu.
What?
Afrikaans is closest to Sotho and Tswana.
Explain.
It's just the way that it's formed. If you have a book, right? English, it's a book. Ka Sesotho ke buka. You know? So there's a lot of similarities. Not I'll tell you one day, but I figured out that it's easier.
Today is the day.
It's easier for English to learn Zulu, which is the reason why in white schools they offer Zulu instead of Sotho.
Point.
So everybody's doing
Big
English,
point.
English. You will do Zulu. It's easier.
Big point.
You speak Afrikaans, it'll be easier to do Sesotho kapa Ntwen.
See, guys, welcome to Before You Weekend, where it's not just funny, it's also very insightful and educational. Tell your kids to watch this podcast.
Don't.
As we take a shot of
Just grab a cup, you're watching Before Your Weekend. 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 Hey, you're watching Before Your Weekend.
What's up, everybody? Welcome to Before You Weekend. We are nearing December. It is a week and a half of being a Springbok champion, and it feels
I mean, four-time champion. You understand?
Four-time champion.
Come on, somebody.
You can't tell us.
Calvin, welcome back. You were missed for 7 days.
Shout out. Yeah. I was bummed that I couldn't do last week. But you know, the show must still go on. Shout out to you guys for holding it down.
Ellen was killing. She was a comedian.
Yeah.
The whole hour. Just dragging poets. Name it, just dragging people.
Name and shaming.
Wow. I wasn't intentionally, but I mean.
It's the honesty thing.
Okay.
Honesty thing always comes to bite you.
Yeah. That's my problem.
Yeah.
This fuba.
The chest. You understand?
Mm-hmm.
So before we get into this, actually, and I wanted to tell you guys ahead of time, I should have. This is my fault, by the way, don't blame them. I want us to start doing like 5 to 10 minutes every week, like a random or a unique conversation that you had. Share a unique conversation you had in the week that's kind of ringing in your mind to this day. And the reason why I wanted to ask you guys about tell us about a unique conversation you had is because after last week's recording, I was in an Uber ride back. The Uber driver said, I asked him, so you basically already in December, right? Because it's getting busy, everyone's booking rides, whatever else. He's like, yeah, it's great, but I'm not going away. I'm putting my money in building my stand. My stand is in Pretoria. Mind you, we're in Amp Studios. So I'm wondering, how are you building a stand all the way in Pretoria North, but you're working here? I don't know how he got this far. This man said he was married to someone for 4 years. He got married to the person because the woman said, I'm pregnant with your kid. He never saw this baby for 4 years. He was scammed for 4 years straight.
Wait.
Yeah, you see, that was my response. Like, hold on. Maybe we're not understanding English correctly.
Wait. Run that back.
The man was scammed by a woman for 4 years, thinking he has a baby in hospital. The woman convinced him, saying the baby is in like ICU and whatever else. It's recommended that you don't come. Whoa. For a whole year, he believed.
Damn.
It only clicked after year 3. Like, wait a minute. Why is there a baby in hospital for 3 years?
Damn.
Let me go to court. Oh, maybe I should add.
Wait, how did she run the pregnancy play the first year? She was pregnant with someone else's child?
Oh, she was never pregnant. I don't know how she acted like she was pregnant the whole time. He said it looked like she's showing, but he wasn't sure. He's not familiar with the stuff. Mind you, this person was a teacher before he became an Uber driver. So
is the story part of why he's not an Uber driver now?
Yes.
Wow.
So this way it gets worse. Year 3 is like, this doesn't make sense. I'm going to go to court. I'm going to fight. I need to see my baby. Remember, in his head, there's a baby.
There's a baby.
He's paid for lobola. He sent money. He keeps sending money every month to make sure the baby's looked after. So he takes the thing to court, and the woman goes, okay, I'm going to threaten your career. She spun a story that he's been messing around with a little girl in high school.
Oof.
He lost his job.
Shepherd man.
This man is telling you this real time.
Yeah. Well, guys, if you sit with me, I'm going to open your life. I'll ask you questions that I probably shouldn't be asking because I'm not your friend. And you shouldn't give me that access, but I'll peel you open.
That sounds so wrong.
It's
TK.
like-
you sound like
First of all,
you sound like Hannibal
Lele,
Lecter. You sound like Hannibal Lecter, like you know, like Silence of the Lamb type stuff.
I like listening to interesting stories.
Horror movie vibes, boy.
But can you imagine 4 years
That's crazy.
thinking you have a baby who could die?
Um,
Also, there's a level of stupidity there, but we need to talk about that.
welcome to Think Like a Woman 2,
Yeah.
where I tell you how this happened. Okay. Actually, during this week, without saying much, I have a WhatsApp group. It's not I didn't start it. Another lady started it, but there's just a whole lot of women in that WhatsApp group, and we talk about everything, right? So that's where I'm going to stop with that.
Did you get consent to join the group? Did they ask you first?
No.
I'd
Well,
be- I'd
you have
be-
to.
I'd be-
How do you mean ask?
Like I'll be getting these, not like group requests, but like I wake up, or like I'll be sitting like this, and then like a group will pop up, and
Yeah.
I'm in a group with 1,000 people. I'm like,
No, but then they've got to ask you, right? You can't just.
that's
they
what
can't
I'm
just
asking
add
you.
you.
It just be happening.
No.
It happens quite often,
No, this is like from
and I just
2020 and
exit the group.
yeah.
Like,
No.
I don't know what's going on.
That's not right.
Wait, so the story you're about to share about this group, are you still in the group now?
Yeah, she is.
I'm not sharing about the group. I'm breaking down
But she is in the
how
group,
he
TK.
got scammed.
Oh,
Or the
okay,
fact that it's possible. I'm not shocked that it's
You're not
that he got.
shocked?
I'm not shocked.
Yo.
I want to show you like how it's possible that he got scammed for 4 years, right? So first of all, she was pregnant, supposedly, allegedly. A normal couple would continue having sexual interactions during that time, during the pregnancy, right? All you need to say is not even religiously, spiritually, or my culture doesn't allow for sex during pregnancy. How are you going to dispute that, right? You can't dispute
Wait.
that because we come up with these things as we go. We all know that
Did
culture.
you guys say we're having sex while someone's pregnant? Is that a
if
normal?
it's your girlfriend, yes. Why wouldn't you?
Yeah, but you're saying this.
It doesn't
You're saying
change.
this in the with the assumption that the person doesn't know much about culture, so you can swindle him any way you want, right? If the person knew a lot about culture, he wouldn't fall for that.
I'm still stuck at the fact that y'all said y'all having sex while someone's pregnant.
So you're not going to have sex like
I
your
don't
wife
know.
gets pregnant.
Oh, you can
You're not going to have
when
sex
someone's pregnant.
during pregnancy.
Oh, in your head, it's like no.
It's like, nah.
How?
I
Because
can't be
I was in there when there was nothing in.
There's a baby,
knocking
bro. That's
on
what
my
I'm saying.
child's
There's a
child's
baby.
door.
There's a baby. That's what I'm saying.
Knocking
Knocking on my child's like how?
knocking on my child's door.
Okay,
boy.
fine, guys. I don't know. Is that like
There's a whole
normal?
porn category dedicated.
No,
to
please let's not
sex.
go there. We're not
TK,
going there. We are
no,
not going
TK,
there. We are not
come
going
on,
there.
guys.
Guys, we're educating you in case you.
It's free sex. You don't have to worry about protection. She's not going to get more pregnant than what she already is. It's free sex. Like you can just now you're just having. nje. That's how I see it. I'm pregnant. I'm not going to get pregnanter.
Okay, continue with the scamming.
Okay. So now you just tell him that according to my culture, we cannot have sex point in hand, right?
Okay.
He just said,
So
how
you
do you
would've
have
fall
sex?
for that?
He would have fallen for that because number one, he doesn't want to. Number two,
Yes, there we go.
So you would have fell for it. Then.
it would have been easier.
If your partner said, "We can't have sex while we're pregnant," culture says, in the height
I
of
would
the
have
moment,
said,
you would have believed
yeah,
it.
I would have said cool
because you don't wanna, you see, he doesn't want to play
I'm
there.
not trying to. That's just rude. Like,
No,
what?
but I'm not trying to.
Do you know
Like, great. I'm
how
not trying to.
women feel during pregnancy?
Apparently, it's the whole thing.
You can't handle a woman's urges during pregnancy. It's a problem. You can't just say, I'm not trying to, because she's going to be like, hey, la baba.
Oh,
Yeah.
Now, like now,
Look, I don't know. I haven't been down that road.
Yeah.
I'll cross the bridge when I get
when you
there.
get there.
Yeah.
Prepare yourself, because that's not going to fly. So yeah, you just say that, right? And then how did Dr. Matthew carry on with his whole charade for that long? All you need to do is you walk in, you go to an ICU something, or you look online, you download a picture, you say, here's the baby. Here's the little one. Men can't see the difference. Most men, not some, not all, I mean, just some men, let me put it that way. Some men can't tell that this is my kid. Like, definitely sure this is my kid. Unless there's like
Nah, for
features that say
sure.
it's a little baby. So
Sure.
anything, they will just like anything. That's why they bring their aunties and whoever. Please come and do a kind of, what do they call that test where you check if you're the father? Thank you, DNA, what. And then they call their aunts, and the aunt will look, does he have the nose, the ears, the whatever. So for a year, if the child is in ICU, number one, it's not a very clear picture because they in that little incubator kind of thing. Maybe there's tubes all around.
I got hit with the Google scam, just by the way. I did.
Google scam.
Yeah, she said like you get the picture.
Oh yes, and then you say
internet.
simple.
I got hit with the pregnancy one. Of like a picture.
Guys,
I
look
didn't
at us
know-
being best friends, not knowing this story. But we'll come here.
Are you gonna be
Continue?
sharing with the boys that, hey, la boys, I've been paying for doctor's visits.
No, look, I'm clear.
She
I'm
calls
saying-
me at 2 a.m. and she's got all of these cravings, and I've been no boy's gonna tell you that. He's not gonna say.
Okay, wait,
hey.
kid, did you want to
So
add on?
this is what I'm just showing you, that this is now a whole year accounted for. Number one, the pregnancy. He doesn't have to see her belly. He can just see, you buy those things, you know, those little fake belly things. Number one. Number two, he doesn't have to see an ICU because the child's under an incubator, or they're busy, you know, with tubes and everything. You can't tell if this kid's yours or not. And then you just build and build and build. I'm not sure why he got that far, but some men are so trusting
Yes.
towards.
that's
I don't want
the
to
one.
say gullible. I don't want to say
Trusting.
it's. You trust this woman. Like, why would she lie? You know, why would you play around with a life that much? And because you've got that, and because we know, not everybody, but we know that this one, I know him. If I tell him that I'm at home, he believes me. All I need to do is send him a location, which you can forge also.
You're watching before you weekend.
Okay. My thing is, did you ask him, or like, did you find like, what did he do? Like what did he do to her for her to do this?
Okay.
That's so unfair.
Yeah.
Wait, what?
That is so unfair.
Like, women can't be...
Why does and it's something like men always say that women put the pressure on them, right? To be bigger, better, brighter, right? But you guys, as a man, you just said, what did you do wrong? You must have done something wrong for her to treat you that way. No, she's just a mean person.
I'm literally just like,
No, you just asked.
I'm just like, yo, did he do something? And then she's just like, you know what,
I'm gonna get you.
boy? Huh, okay.
You don't know me.
Huh, you don't know
Okay,
me.
okay. So to maybe provide clarity is, he said they were messing around. She said she's pregnant. His mind thought, let me course correct. I'm gonna go get married and make sure this baby is born in a healthy environment, family and all. Little did he know, and maybe to her defense, maybe she actually was pregnant for a time, and then she kept the story. Maybe she lost the baby. We don't know. Maybe he doesn't. Maybe doesn't have that
okay,
detail. Maybe she
okay.
lost it. Maybe it was an abortion, but that part he never mentioned.
Yeah.
And
He
then
just
she
thought,
got caught in a lie and then just kind of ran it.
yeah.
Oh, excuse me. Apologies. Do you know why I'm asking that question? It's because why would she go to, I'm making up the story about you messing around with a kid? That's why I'm asking the question. Because you mentioned that. You said,
But that because
She was caught in the lie
started
now.
probing. Like how as a father,
oh,
I
'cause
haven't
you took it
seen
to
this.
court, nah?
Yeah. I mean, the first argument was with the wife, with the alleged wife.
Yeah.
Like, how is it that 3 years in, I can't see my baby?
Yeah.
That I mean, I think for any person, it's like that doesn't make sense. So you thought, okay, if who's keeping me away from a baby? He didn't take her to court. He took the hospital to court, and that's when she interrupted and said no, because
Yeah.
the hospital had nothing to do with this.
Yeah. So that's how you quickly, you know, when you're having a back and forth type of argument and you're starting to lose, and you're like, yeah, Marwena, your father left you.
Yeah.
You understand?
That's why you don't do dishes.
I women are hectic, guys. Women will bring up the most intense thing that you've told. Yeah, it's because your father left you, bro. Whoa, slow down.
That's exactly why. It's sad.
You're reminding me of that comedian who spoke about the Rihanna and Chris Brown situation. Like, what if Rihanna said to Chris Brown, "That's why you think you can dance"? And I don't know.
Guys, it's been so long. It has been so long.
We shouldn't be laughing about that situation.
No, we
Like-
should not be laughing about that.
Yes, we shouldn't actually.
You're watching before you weekend.
Before we get into the news, Calvin and I were having a chat outside of the podcast.
Yeah.
Him and I are from Pretoria. And in whatever we were speaking about, he said,
It's a reaction.
people from Pretoria are a problem. This way, him and I disagreed. Oh, by the way, guys, please make sure you have friendships where you can have disagreements. Like you're not friends with anyone you can't. Like you have to be able to disagree and like continue with the disagreement.
Yeah.
But anyway, I want to hear from your view because looking at your facial expression, it's concerning for me, but it looks like it's confirming for him that yes, us from Pretoria are problems to the rest of humanity.
Oh yeah. Bashimane bako Pitori. Bafana ba Pitori are a problem. I am sorry, you guys are a
I
problem.
feel like we're probably the most wholesome people.
Oof.
Joburg, have you been to Joburg?
TK, wholesome.
Nah.
No, my brother.
Have you sat with? I sent you a guy I actually want to bring to Before You Weekend, and he's probably one of the few white guys I like. Dr. Eastrand.
we go.
Hilarious.
Yeah.
Hilarious. He's a Joburger.
Okay.
If you just listen to his train of thought, I'm telling you, Pretoria boys are the healthiest people out there.
No, you aren't. You guys aren't. You seriously aren't. Man, you guys come off clean, man. You know,
I understand.
Drip. The fit is always
Uta.
That's a problem.
always. No.
Yeah.
I'm just describing the whole. You know, Pitori, Emonti, 016, Matariane. You understand? Like clean. These guys always, they've got their own vibe. You can
Yeah.
immediately see that this one is from Pitori. You
Yeah.
understand? But then get into a relationship with that boy.
Yes, get into a relationship with someone who's
Come
zero.
on. Dryer.
Here's the thing, like PTA brews and PTA hands are not to be messed with.
Yeah,
my
no.
brother.
Even the hands, you can't.
I don't agree. Why are you even saying that?
Because it's true. I'm
It's
from
true.
PTA, bro. I'm from there.
Smooth.
I just know.
But
Because the thing is, like, for me, the one thing I picked up on, because I thought about it in my big age, and I'm like, what is that thing? It's the fact that we all come up with street culture type vibes.
Mm-hmm.
Like, so the Hans also understand street culture.
yeah.
So that's why when you're in PTA and you're speaking to a PTA Han, don't come with your long chats, poison. Don't
Yeah.
poison. No.
Yeah.
You gotta cut that chat very short.
No, but now you make it sound
'Cause-
like, oh, there's patience for Joburg women. They have
But
they have the
No,
patience.
it's just a different. It's just a culture.
yeah,
there's a
the-
culture to
the
it.
culture
You need
is
to
different.
understand. I'm going to go very religious with this, right?
Let's go.
You need to understand the principalities of an area,
Yo.
of a place. Do you understand me?
Come on now, somebody.
Okay, hallelujah.
Come on, hallelujah.
You need to understand the principalities of an area. Go to Pretoria. You need to understand this is how we talk. You can't just be
Yes,
talking or on some,
yes.
hey man, my name is
You're taking too long.
Wanana. She's
Taking
out.
too long.
She's out. You need to understand how to
Ejo
get
ruira
her.
lang, bona. Na ke ruira la bana la bana, no ruira la. Ono ruitse.
Okay, yes.
There's an accent.
Can you guys
There's
decide?
a vibe. There's a soundtrack.
There's a
There's a soundtrack to all of that.
I'm telling you, dog.
There's a soundtrack.
I'm
There's no.
telling
You
you,
can't. You
bro.
can't. He can't be talking like that without me hearing piano in the background somewhere. There's. I can hear it as he's talking. Do you understand?
She
Okay.
said without hearing piano.
Okay, so we're not
my
gonna agree
God,
on this.
that's
We need to
funny.
know from you guys in the comments. Where is the most dangerous person to deal with,
PT and Val.
and why is it Joburg?
Emonti.
Why is it Joburg?
Nah, the boys here.
Yeah, nah, it's a
Baswati,
whole
yeah.
chat, my boy. Whether you like it or not, it's a whole chat.
All right, man. Let's get into it. Paul Pogba suspended for 2 years because of doping. He'll only be back in the game at the age of 32 or 30. I forgot how old he
He
is.
might as well leave it.
Yeah.
Yeah, I can leave it now. It's fine.
Yeah.
I'm not even into soccer, but that just sounds like hectic.
Yeah, he might as well leave it. I think it's just like doping is such a wild thing. Like, why? Just train, bro.
Yeah, but
Like-
when you see everyone else is like winning in life, and I can understand.
Just train. Just put in work. That's it.
Okay, I'm
It's
never. I'm
lazy.
never gonna sympathize with going the wrong way, but a part of me does want to go. I can hear in your brain why you thought, if I can't be compared to the grades, I might have to do this.
You might have to cheat.
Yeah, and hopefully,
what?
yeah, and hopefully be recognized or whatever he
You
was
might
trying
have
to aim
to
for.
cheat.
No, but then he deserves it. If that's your
Yeah,
if that's your way of thinking, then you
dog.
deserve it because you are Pogba. I don't watch soccer in that way, but I know the name. Like I already know.
Yeah, you
who
were
he is.
good because you were doing it.
You were
and-
Yeah.
fine.
Yeah,
So that means the problem is
Cristiano
you.
and the Messi conversation. Forget that. That's a
Yeah.
whole nother
Everybody
chat.
needs to forget that.
But
unless
we
you
know
are
Paul
them.
Pogba was a good soccer player, if not a great soccer player, in his right.
Yes.
Now you just flushed it down the drain.
Yeah.
But maybe, and I'm not trying to defend drug use. I am thinking, I think like every 2-3 years, there's always a new change to the drug acts around the world
Okay.
on what drugs you can consume for in what performance enhancements,
Enhancement,
whatever
yes,
whatever the expression is. Like even in South Africa, like we were dropped to the threat during the Rugby World Cup. Like, yo, if you don't amend your drug use act, you can't sing the national anthem. That remember that, which is weird because like they said you have 7 days to change your act, otherwise you can't sing your national anthem or wear your jersey. And I'm assuming to our government's ignorance and laziness, they didn't think it was a thing until they got the threat
Yeah.
that, oh, you actually have to update the changes on what drugs you can use, what you can't use. And I'm wondering, what's the chance that he didn't know that there was supplements you could use, and now these new supplements are on the not used list, and he didn't know that?
That's a. I mean,
Then
that's a
he's got an
possibility.
argument.
Yeah, for sure.
He can go that way.
My only.
His lawyers hit up TK because clearly
Tika knows what's going on.
You got to hear every
he's
side.
awake.
No, my thing is then that's fine. That's one thing. But if we saying, yo, guys are moving, I'm trying to keep up, or I'm trying to, nah, that's stupid. Bro.
Yeah.
Don't even.
And at his level,
nah.
you make it your job. It's somebody's job to know what's happening in the world with
100%.
regulations and stuff. So somebody needs to like own up for it. He can prove that, okay, look, it reached this term. We only get X amount of days, weeks, months before we can, it changes again. Somebody needs to know what's happening. Fire that person, go to court, say, hey, I didn't know. I'm sorry. It's not what I do. This is the product that I use. Prove yourself. But
It's the crazy thing. Like, even if your accountant didn't know the chats and you missed your IRS
Oh,
or
yeah.
Texas chats, you're going to jail.
yeah.
True. Ignorance isn't bliss, yeah.
So,
Outside of that, outside of sports, are you against people using supplements?
I mean,
Like that doesn't make you look at someone, like if someone is like an athlete and they bigger or whatever, do you look at them different when they tell you they're using whatever power it is or whatever in their thing?
yeah, I do.
Really?
Yeah.
What?
That's cheating.
You think really?
Yeah.
This
I would never. And obviously, it's a personal opinion.
yeah.
Like, it's just there's a respect level to it. That's my thing.
But some people, like for me, you've known me for years. My body only started growing after, like years after. I only started getting bigger in the past 2 years.
Yeah, you started getting big in the past 2 weeks.
Okay.
But we with that, though.
I
We
don't know.
with
I
that. We
I
with
love
it.
me some brother love. Like
So-
for me, it's amazing how you guys just note the smallest little things.
No, but like, if you are like, yo, I'm using some shake or whatever the case is, some what UCN, what supplement, I'm just like, it's not really you putting in the work. It's you going in twice.
But you
on
don't
what-
think they're putting in the work with?
you cut that work in half.
I don't think so.
You do.
Because some people's bodies can't change. So they need the supplement to be able to get to where they're trying to get to.
That's not a real thing, TK. It's actually not a real thing. It's actually not a real thing. What those supplements do is accelerate. The accelerators. You just need to find what works for your body because we're not all the same. And the supplement didn't exist some time ago and everybody was just fine. All of a sudden, supplements are what we need to accelerate shit. Nah, bro.
I mean, personally for my body, I know, like, because I started taking, like, exercising really seriously, especially after the hospital thing.
Yeah.
I remember talking to a personal trainer after they did tests on me. They're like, even if you were to take supplements, nothing's going to happen to your body because your metabolism's too fast. It's unnaturally fast. So it's like, okay, so what's the plan? The only time it really slowed down is when I started taking more alcohol. Like, okay, that's the only thing that
Just
slowed
slow
down.
it down.
That
Yes.
was the only thing that slowed it
Yes.
down.
Alcohol slows it
It's
down.
like, okay, that was an interesting transition or change that I was feeling in my body. But that was like, so to disagree with you, I don't think it's a different look on someone if they like taking something to kind of alter how their body works.
Hey, man.
Because there's no way in all professional sports,
Level.
surely 95% of people, of athletes that we love are taking something.
That's what you'd like to think is happening, right?
I believe that.
95?
Even the ones we love.
That's a big number, bro. 95 is a big number. 95.
Yeah.
That's a huge number, my brother.
You think it's just all healthy diets and exercising?
Because my thing is, it's not... Your supplement chat is also like different. Like there's supplement that like are performance enhancers or body enhancers or whatever. And there's supplements where it's like, there's that energy rejuvenating shot. I think there's a drug. But people beyond that, yeah, I think it's a drug. People beyond that, I get that. Like if you're trying to get like your energy levels up, whatever, so you can keep doing what you're doing in terms of work-wise because you just came from that, I get that. That's one thing. So I'm not saying everybody's just purely hitting it like clean in that sense. I just think like if you're taking like supplements to enhance performance or enhance your body and whatever, it's a different conversation, bro. Like I said, that's just my opinion. So that's hence why like, do you know Lance Armstrong's story? Do you know like he didn't take anything? Really? It was just like a blood thing. Like he took out like, there's a thing that they do where when you take out your blood, like so you healthy, you take out your blood, oxygen levels are different. You go do the training or whatever the case, and just before the race, you put the blood back in. Your oxygen levels are not the same. When
you put the same blood back in?
You put the blood back in.
Why does that sound
It's
dangerous?
oxygenated now. And
Something
then,
along those lines. It's illegal. Just doing that.
Wait, withdrawing blood, you do nothing with the blood. You just leave it in the
just
pack.
put it here.
And you put it back.
You go train, you go do your thing. And just before the race, I think like the night before or the day before, they put the blood back in. Now they've got this oxygen that's not even contaminated, that's not tampered with. That oxygen level in that blood thingy is high, my brother.
That's a good horror movie.
No, for other people, it's okay. For you, it's the whole sex during pregnancy kind of chat where you're just like, I can't do that. I don't want to, I can't be, understand? I'm sorry. It's your blood. Why are you cringing? It's your blood. It's your baby. It's your son. You put him there. Say hi.
Yeah, anyway,
Sorry,
so, yeah, that's,
Oh, my word. Okay.
yeah, but anyway.
Transport minister. This is the funniest story of the week. The transport minister got robbed on the N3 because while the bodyguards were changing a tire.
Yeah.
While they got robbed,
Yes.
the bodyguards also lost their guns. What? As a bodyguard,
Bodyguard.
what's your job? What is your profession? What?
So I hope they got fired.
I was
my
like,
word.
manhunt. No, but busy. Have you seen what it takes to like change a tire? Everybody's there. You've lifted up your pants. You've like hitched up your pants. You're underneath. You can't be.
It takes 2 people max.
It takes one.
One. I feel like this is the joke that how many that old
Max, the
adage.
other
How
guys
many?
getting the tire, passing you the thingy,
Yeah.
making sure that thing.
Somebody needs to be.
That's it.
This is my argument. Your job as a bodyguard is to be alert at all times.
Yes.
Watch cars.
Yeah.
Observe weird
So no one saw
weird
that.
human
Yeah.
behavior. You telling me at no point you didn't go, there's a car weirdly following us for the past 10 kilometers. We maybe need to just turn just to see what's going on. You telling me at no point you said, wow, that guy's changing his tire, I'm going to look and make sure.
Remember
my
the guys
minister's
that
okay.
were allegedly beat up on the side because they wouldn't move over or something like that?
Yeah, I remember that.
The ones that were stopped, civilians that were just stopped and then apparently beaten up.
Yeah.
So
'Cause
if
they
you
were
could do that
suspected.
in the safety from your car, you are now, those people don't make
This
me
is the
feel
Minister
very
of
safe.
Transport.
No.
Minister of Transport.
My problem is there's a manhunt. A whole manhunt.
They're hunting for the guys.
They're hunting for
What
those
they
guys.
steal? iPhones, a laptop.
It was phones, probably then what?
They said phones,
the
their guns. It's like,
I
you
understand
telling me
the guns
they
thing.
put, like,
Have
I'm
we
trying to
found-
understand the story because you got guns on you. And like, yeah, give us your guns. You could have gone, and then
No, you'll die, my brother.
AKA's
Let me tell you,
murderers.
TK?
Have we found
TK,
them?
don't ever do that.
Wait, go with your train of thought because someone else raised
You-
this thing about AKA.
What?
Like, have we? How close are we to catching AKA's killers?
Because they're gonna
Now
get,
there's a manhunt.
they're gonna get these robbers before they get AK's murderers.
Hamnatija. Thank you.
Okay, guys, but we've had this conversation
Copy paste.
already.
Copy paste.
Oh, we've had this conversation already.
That's why when I saw it and I was like, manhunt, I'm like, because you were changing a tag. First of all, I know how bodyguards work. You know, I know how bodyguards work.
What was that?
No
I
idea
just,
what that is. I'm also curious.
I've known
a few
a bodyguard or
bodyguards.
two in
You
my
understand?
lifetime. So I'm a very curious person. I want to leave a interaction, a relationship, a something with knowledge. I don't just go there for vibes, right? So I was like, okay, what does your 9 to 5 look like? You know, what is the dangers? What is XYZ? Teach me how to shoot, kind of thing.
So you know how to shoot.
I know, I know how to shoot. boy.
Okay, all
Right?
right.
So I understand, like, it's so within him that even when we are driving, he's
Yes.
forever, all over the place. What were they doing? TikTok?
Nah, I hope those niggas
That's-
are not.
They were-
I hope
they-
those
they were
niggas
there
are
on
fired.
TikTok
It's the
videos.
same nigga, that homie that was with AK, that nigga, that guy was not doing his job.
Yeah.
That guy was paid for, but that's a story for another
Yeah.
day. Yeah, we're not finding AK's killers. We already know that.
I mean, yeah, we
But
know that
already
it's
know
South
who they
Africa.
are,
We
but
know.
that's another story for another day.
Mm.
But yeah,
I don't know who they are. Leave me alone. Please don't come for me. Do not. I don't
We
know who they
are a body called Before You Weekend. There is no I in
We are
team.
not a body anyway. I'm a woman who will scam you if need be. Leave me alone. Leave me alone.
It's the irony also that the transport minister needed a tire repaired. How many more signs do you need to know? It's
Step
time
down.
to fix the potholes now. You wouldn't have this issue.
but who said it? He got hit by a puddle.
Whatever the issue was, it's transport tire. You shouldn't have problems.
Tire can burst, boy.
You know how many years ago the health minister died from? I forgot what the issue was.
Today is
But
just
the health minister,
conspiracy
the health
after
minister also died from a health situation. Like, what's your job? Why your job's to keep us healthy, and you dying from health incidents, or your job's to make sure the roads work? You got road issues? Come on, don't be idiots. Quit, fire yourself. Don't
All
resign.
I'm saying is that watch your phone, TK, and Calvert this week. Like, watch your phone. There's going to be like shady stuff happening. You're too much this week.
I'll do like IG Lives. Oh, yeah.
My phone is perfectly fine. Ladies and gentlemen, I'm perfectly fine. I'm all right here. Yeah.
Sorry, I'm not.
This is the one thing I found interesting. I don't know if this will interest you guys. The University of Boston study revealed that a 7-day fast of just drinking water can reduce the risk of cancer by 70%.
Oh, I guess.
There's so many of these like different cancerous stats, and like if you don't eat 20%, cut down on tomato. Bruh, come on.
You need to understand that
You don't want us to have fun.
Dog.
the stuff that we eat is wrong. We aren't very healthy. It doesn't matter where in the world you are. We aren't a very healthy nation at all. We drink, we smoke, we stress, all of that stuff.
And in comparison to America.
No, but still, on our level, we still are a very, very unhealthy nation.
Yeah, we consume
right?
stuff at a very high level.
Exactly. And even when you are eating well, eating healthy, eating clean, you still have to think of like hereditary stuff, right? Stuff that it has nothing to do with the way you've been eating. It's just that your mother's mother's mother had something and then you're going to get it. What happens then if I know that, okay, let me just try this whole thing? Iron deficiency, I've got low blood issues, all of that stuff, and then I try to go on water for the entire week. I will faint by the time it's 12 a.m., whenever. I'm out. So it doesn't make much sense. People come with these fads. Man, we weren't meant to live in this way. We were supposed to live in abundance. Eat what you need to eat. Just make sure that you are clean and it's in moderation.
I think this is why I want to see what was in Dr. Sebi's research. Because I feel like there's some truth to
On USB, it's on YouTube, TK.
all of it.
Yes.
I mean, I've seen the cases and stuff.
Ah, my boy, right now, we have all the information now.
I mean, I feel like there's a lot of truth to, especially his case and how he tried to show. There's a way to not need doctors or chemicals in your body.
The only people die from it is because they're too loud about it. But the information is there.
Yeah.
Because his case, you can access the case as well.
Yeah. I mean, because also to your point about things being hereditary, like a study revealed a few years ago that diabetes isn't hereditary. It's just bad diet. Black people have bad diet. That's why they have diabetes.
100%.
And when black people heard that, they're like, oh, and there's the continued eating fried chicken.
I mean,
Sorry, guys, I love you. I love us. But yo, let's change how we eat.
Yeah, we need to stop that. For sure. For real.
on a Sunday, change how we eat.
Yeah,
You unotla handle, like somebody's busy listening and they're like, I agree. And then you're like, change up. Man. I don't it's a long more. It's somebody's mother poking their head around the door on some. TK says, what?
Is that not the
7
weird,
colors, what?
Is that not the weird hypocrisy of humanity? Like, we know what to do. We'll hear the encouragement and inspiration of what to do. Don't drink too much and you're having a shot while
And you're like,
hearing it.
okay.
Start exercising more and you know you're just eating more.
Yeah.
And it's like in every little facet of life. Be faithful. Name it. Our humanity is try to do the opposite of that. We don't know why we're wired like that.
Be faithful, but you come from Pitori, so.
Let me tell you what the Bible says, my brother. The Bible
Leave us
says
alone.
the Bible says the spirit is willing, but the flesh is weak. You feel me?
Pitori. Pretoria. I don't. Why are we agreeing to stuff? No, discourage. That's what we're supposed to do. Just be faithful.
That's facts. Like,
one person at a time.
a lot of
It's
people.
so easy.
Everybody wants to, but ain't nobody finna.
Yeah.
Like ain't nobody.
Oh my gosh.
You get me? That's where the problem is. And I think for me, I always say it's what separates. It's what separates the boys from the men.
Yeah.
Literally. It's that. In life, there is that, whether you like it or not.
Yeah.
So there are people that are going to go, oh, snap. Oh, yeah? That's how we do it? I bet.
Yeah.
That's why a lot of people that give free advice will say, I can give it because I know 95% won't do it. That's exactly what they say.
Which must also suck as a pastor, right?
No.
Because you're gonna know.
No. But that's the business.
Yeah.
It's the business. It's pastor. I need that sermon again.
If you're a pastor, I want to know. Weird question. I'm gonna clip this out just for you guys. I'm gonna send you personal messages. Of the audience you preach to, how many actually give offering? I just want to know. Like in your estimation, if you preach to 100 people, how many people do you think give? I want to just see something.
Are you gonna
And
send
then
this
we'll
to
have a
Mr.
conversation for another
Pretoria?
episode. Don't do this.
Asking. We are asking.
Okay, let's get going.
Now you know why we've had technical difficulties all day.
South Africa has beaten New Zealand in 5 tournaments in 13 days.
Yeah.
I had to write this down because it looks like we're abusive now. Now we're not just being great.
No, let me tell you, nah. Let me tell you. Is this correcting a narrative that was going on for a bit?
Please say it, Pitori.
Yeah, no. Re no lukisa fela. Re lukisa mo batho ne ba bolela ka mkhone ba nya go bolelang. Fela. Tse dintšha, re le tse dilo tse dintšha fela. We're just correcting a narrative, my brother. That's it.
We come in peace.
That on any good day you pop up, we finna have you.
Yeah.
Regardless of any category of sport
Yeah.
or category of anything.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't get it twisted.
It was what, rugby?
No, I don't get it twisted.
It was rugby, hockey, cricket,
Yeah.
sheep shearing.
Yeah. Any category, my brother. You finna catch. Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, the producer's watching this. Sheep shearing is where we cut the wool of sheep.
Yeah,
It's a
there's a
competition.
whole
It's a competition.
There's a
It's an actual
competition
thing.
for everything,
Yeah.
guys. Just know that in the world. There's a competition.
Also,
for
And please understand,
well-
they live with the sheep. Like, it's their thing.
there's more
There's
sheep.
sheep
There's more sheep than
there.
people.
And
yeah.
in South
Yeah.
Africa, there's only sheep in Eastern Cape. Okay, something like that. There's only sheep in like 2 provinces, guys.
Where do the Xhosas do they are the Xhosas with the goats or the sheep?
Exactly.
Same, ne?
Yeah, same.
Yeah, it makes sense.
Yeah,
That's all.
exactly.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah,
It's
yeah,
two
going on
provinces.
today?
Yes.
Yes.
So our point is not everywhere in the country. TK, come on.
I was gonna say
And we still
there's a
kicking them.
competition
Oxalate.
for
That was a Tossa guy. It really was. It actually was. Not the guy from Pretoria. What does that guy know about cutting?
Was the Eastern Cape?
Yeah, exactly.
And he must be fine as
Yeah,
hell
he
with
was-
a thick neck and big shoulders. And
Nah,
Well,
I'll
to
tell
your
you, he was not,
disappointment,
but he was
he's
not.
none of that.
None of that.
I try. I try.
It's giving Marcia vibes.
But you said something that's.
I
okay.
mean, hey, Sia.
So these guys are having too much fun, and they're drinking juice, guys. Like,
What's wrong? Anyway,
We just love Fridays.
what I was gonna say now is, the world or first world countries have a competition for everything because they have nothing to worry about.
Ooh, hectic.
Who the hell cares about sheep shearing in Africa?
Nobody.
In Africa, you know what I found out when I after reading the sheep shearing competition, I just googled weird things. South Africa is number one in the world when it comes to fish, plants. Oh, Philip, I forgot the third thing. We're number one in the world when it comes to the amounts of fish we have, and the types of fish we have, amounts of plants we have, and the type of plants we have.
This is
I forgot
now
what the third one was. There was a third thing we
competitions.
had.
It's all competitions.
Yeah.
Fish, food,
Yes.
plants, weed.
Yes.
Hey la. It's
Come
South
on, man.
Africa.
Ah.
Why are you so shocked
Understand.
with the sheep shearing?
Yeah,
we
He
slaughter
grew
every
up doing that.
weekend.
Exactly. He grew up doing that. That guy, dog.
I want to know.
Crying. We like, you got anything? Yeah, no sharp. We go,
Let's
we
raw.
slaughter. It's a
Simple as
bride
that.
every weekend. Why are you shocked?
I want to know who's the Karen who's like, I'm sure we're the best at this thing here. And it's a Karen from another country, and they go, let's start a Olympics.
And they get washed.
And then they're like, South Africa, third world
And they
country,
get
come here.
washed.
And then we're like, oh,
Oh, you want
the
to
thing
call
we
us
do all
out?
the time.
I
Hold
get
up.
washed.
Is there a competition for sex?
Yes, there is actually. There is a sex Olympics coming up in Switzerland, in Europe. Is it in Europe? Somewhere in Europe.
Why? But
I don't, wait,
Why?
child?
Please correct me in the comments. There is some sex thing I read.
I've seen
come up.
something
There's some
along the
competition
lines
coming
of
up next
sex
What's
year.
the category? How do we win? How do we lose? What's happening there? I'm not entering. I'm just
Different positions, different rounds, duration.
We should ask you that. If you were to enter the sex Olympics, what categories would you want to know that you are the best at this
What
thing?
category would you
Who's
be the
gonna
best
win? Is it Xhosa, Zulu? It's not the Basotho. I guess sure,
at?
but
Hectic.
the others,
I think Pitori
prove
boys
me
are up
wrong,
there.
okay.
Pitori boys are up there.
The Pretoria boys,
Yeah.
not the Xhosa boys, not the Zulu boys.
Nah, it's alright though. But we up there.
I want to say something about the Zulus, but there's a Zulu in here. I don't know if I'll walk out and make it home.
You're not gonna walk out.
Wisdom.
Bazokushaya kabi mfowethu. Bazokushaya. Hey.
So I'm gonna call all his taxi drivers and leopard prints outside.
I need to actually wear my leopard print
Please do.
regalia soon. I'm
Our
gonna.
last episode for the year. You must come in your leopard print.
Oh, I'm going to.
I'm not doing that. I'm not a part of that.
I just need to like work out with the shoes. I'm not
I
really
have
into
ties
the
and
whole,
affiliations, okay? I'm not doing that. Yeah, but
for the
respect my
podcast. For the podcast.
So the co-host of Dial and Discover is sitting here and it's very Zulu. I can see him in his head. He's singing "Sick of These Niggas."
Singing, hi, some help.
How
Get rid of
important
these
is
niggas.
Calvin? Like, do we really need him?
Hi, some help. Nkabi these niggas.
Sia, are you willing to like at the end just replace?
No,
I will wear
I'm
the entire
straight.
thing. I've got the whole.
My affiliations
Eh-heh,
are good. I'm
eh-heh.
straight. That's the thing.
Usho kahle mfowethu.
Okay, we're having too much fun.
go.
King Charles III wants to ban smoking in UK. He believes that he will end smoking in his generation.
Is
Even
there
though he's close to
nothing
dying.
else that he can fight for? Nothing else.
So maybe I should butt in here. There is a tobacco bill being passed around the world. America's already signed it a few years ago. South Africa's about to sign it. I think 6 or 7 African countries have signed the tobacco bill, and it involves different practices that are no longer allowed. For example, the idea is to protect how we operate as a society.
Yeah.
So let me create a weird example. If you're in a complex, if you live in a complex and you have an apartment and you smoke in your apartment, you can smoke in your apartment, but you can't smoke in your apartment if your neighbor has a baby. Because if that smoke gets to them and affects them, you held liable.
Yeah.
I agree with that.
Sorry, better? Number two, the other point of that is no smoking in public, no smoking in restaurants, period. No branding of cigarette brands. So basically, if you go to the kiosk and say, I want a box of, you won't know. They're all going to have white box. It's all going to be white. It's either it's all white, unbranded.
Oh, hectic.
Or the brand or the box will say, this will cause
Cancer.
infertility, cancer, all of that stuff. So it's either they go all white on all brands, no one's allowed to advertise. Or the other part of that was no advertising on TV, YouTube.
Yeah, but they haven't been doing that though.
Yeah, that's part of that. So that's
it's been
really
a while since I've seen.
Yeah,
Yeah.
no, they can't.
Yeah.
They're not allowed to.
That's already been implemented because
that's implemented,
the Minister of Health is actually on board with this idea.
Yeah. No, I'm saying that one's been implemented for years.
Yeah.
You won't see a cigarette advertisement anywhere.
But
That's not going to pass though. That all white kind of thing is not going to fly.
Watching before you weekend.
Yeah, I don't like commenting too much on things that I don't have enough information on, right? But what I do know is who I've lost due to smoking or tobacco-related illnesses, diseases, right? And that's 3 people already that I can, top of my head, just say I've lost these people, key people in my life. And because of that, I mean, we should be thinking about that bill much, much harder than we are. The problem is we put money, everything is money first, right?
Most definitely.
Right.
I think it's like the same reason why Rwanda did what they did. In hindsight, I get it.
why they did what they did.
I get they banned Harvey and Shisha.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so I get it because the whole reason was around. Their whole thing is around trying to ensure that the youth have a longer life.
Yeah.
Because if you technically think about it, it's like you want people to live longer.
Yeah.
In a country, in your country or whatever. But you want people to live longer because then they work longer,
Yes.
spend longer,
Yeah.
blah, blah, that type of stuff. So now when you have all the stuff, you have like a lot of people like, dying. And even though we have a high birth rates, but that's like young people. So at the alcohol and smoking zone, it's a lot of older people with young adults, is what I'm actually trying to say. So now you're reducing that lifespan, something about lifespan rate or something like that.
Yeah. Life expectancy.
Life expectancy. There we go.
Yeah.
Sorry. You're reducing how long your people are living. So, for me, I get that, and I think that should be across the board, even with alcohol.
I mean,
there
it's
should
going to be
regulation
interesting.
that's
It's going to be
concerned.
interesting. It's going to be interesting because
But that industry those type of industries are very hectic.
Philip, and you know, it's shocking. I was in Cape Town a few weeks ago. The guys who control the tobacco industry in South Africa, two names, Goldleaf, Philip Morris. Where's Philip Morris's office? Cape Town.
Of course.
Like, okay, so this is going to be the longest battle because he's here.
Yeah. I mean, but like, those type of stuff are not like the easiest to just run. I think it'll take some time, but it'll just be a thing of like them trying to find how do they still make money while when the regulation changes. That's
Vaping. Oh, well, there's a documentary on Netflix about the vaping thing.
Yeah.
But they also brought that
because the next one for sure is like the cannabis conversation.
Okay, I need to stop reading news.
No, you don't actually. You're doing a great job, my brother.
Because even with what you said, a new study came out.
What is it?
They found that smoking cannabis increases your risk of heart attack. They didn't say this a decade ago.
They definitely did not.
They said this is, out of all the plants you can consume, marijuana is the safest.
Yeah.
And out of nowhere, a decade later, no, heart attacks now. So if you're going to do cannabis, have edibles. Don't smoke it. Like, okay, where was this information a decade? Because there's no way you didn't know.
Yeah, but you must also understand, and that's the thing. That's the tricky thing about these researches and things like that, these findings and stuff. It instigates how we consume stuff.
Yeah.
So
Controls it.
it.
Yeah.
So in a case like that, where cannabis is concerned, they definitely don't want us to smoke it. They're trying to reduce that because it's harder to sell. It's harder to sell joints to commercial.
Yeah, it's easy to sell edibles.
It's easier to sell cannabis jelly beans. and muffins and cookies and
Yeah.
things like that. It's very easy to do that. So if you come out with a study like that and say, yo, smoking it causes heart attacks, I'm going to go, no. I'd rather go for the wine-infused cannabis, cannabis-infused wine, excuse me, right?
Damn, did you just land on a product? Before your weekend, cannabis, wine, all of
but
it.
That exists.
Oh, does it exist?
Yeah,
Damn it.
Yeah, there's a whole...
I'm
There's
sorry.
nothing new
No,
on the
they've
earth, on this
infused-
earth, right? That's how the
Under the sun, yeah.
under the
They've
sun.
infused it in everything. There's nothing they haven't infused it in.
There's tea,
Yeah.
there's oils, there's butter.
I,
there's-
I think I want to try cannabis tea.
Cannabis tea?
That sounds like a good idea.
It's
Yeah,
must
because
just be tasteless.
y'all be
Very
saying like
good.
y'all need to like y'all smoke it before you sleep and whatever. Just drink the inshallah.
That sounds like a good idea. Do you guys want to talk about Lori Harvey and Damson Idris?
There's nothing to talk about.
Was that expected?
Yes. There's
She's my
nothing
girl,
to talk
on
about.
brand. Why
She's
are we
on
shocked?
brand.
On brand.
She knows what her brand is.
On brand. I have her on
she's
my status.
up there with Nike,
right
Adidas,
now.
Google, Lori Harvey. Knows exactly what she stands for and is on it.
So she liked. She said, "Just do it."
You
Just
consistently.
do
You
it,
reached
bro.
your end of
That's
contract,
Easy,
Ubatang.
dog. What else do you want?
You made it a year, bruh.
Yeah, that boy was on it all along.
Like you gotta like, you know, get in there. Once you're with her, get in there as much as you can. Whatever it is that you can
Get
gain
in
from
there, you
get
feel
it.
me?
I didn't mean that, but what is?
Let's solve this idea. Nick Cannon, if you can have Damson Idris versus Michael B. Jordan on the Wild Style of Wild and Out, we're done.
Oh, that's hard.
I just see like brother tears there. Also.
No. I think what would be fun is like
That would be hilarious to us.
future Michael B. Jordan. Also, that'd be fun.
Yeah.
Or he gets the whole roster. Future Michael B. Jordan, Diddy, the whole roster.
And then he says nothing. He
Yeah,
just
he
has
just gets
them
the
all
whole
there.
roster, yeah, it's
and then
just
we are like 1 +
We're like,
1 common
wait a
denominator.
That would be hilarious.
Oh man.
Okay. Have you guys seen When They See Us?
No, TK, you saw that, and I said
You didn't see it?
You watched it on behalf of all of us.
Wait, you still didn't see
it's
the?
pain,
I'm not planning to
man.
watch it.
You didn't see it.
No, I've got a problem with things. I take things too seriously.
Yeah,
Okay.
I can't watch that.
So hopefully you've watched this Netflix. Is it a series? Yeah,
Yes,
series
series.
on When They See Us about the Central Park Five, who were accused of
Accused,
raping
yeah.
a woman,
Falsely accused.
falsely accused of raping a woman, and they got exonerated. I forgot. Everyone had different periods of
Yeah.
when they got exonerated. One of them has now got a seat in the city council.
Interesting. That's dope.
We
Shout
are
out to them.
coming.
This is the thing I love about black people. When we say we're coming for everything,
We'll come for everything.
Everything.
Understand?
are you? And it's not that we are vengeful, as Africans and as black people. So we're trying to right all the wrongs.
Yeah.
And the problem is, to right all the wrongs means you got to get into the super uncomfortable conversations.
Yeah.
That if you're not prepared to admit where you're wrong, it's gonna double down and it's gonna get worse.
Yeah.
And then it's too late.
100%. Shout out to that. That's hectic. That's major.
Oh man.
Yeah.
I wish
What
I
about-
could speak Zulu right now because I've got a phrase in my head and I'm going to the accent is going to be wrong and everything. But it's something about usugela inyoga. Ne? Emgodin.
Yo, our
In
Zulu
your
brother,
Gimgodin.
just fix that one.
You are please just you sugela the nyoga in the hole, right?
Yeah,
You are prodding
Yeah, what
the
is it?
the snake in
Yeah.
Yabo.
You understand?
ahead.
Siyabonga bafo.
That's what it's like with black people, right? We very calm. We just like leave us alone. We do
That's
our
the
thing.
real truth, actually. Like,
We do our thing. Ungsugel.
yeah.
And then I come for everything. Everything and slowly.
And that's,
Slowly.
I just want to say, the Karens and the Jackoos, like, if we really wanted to come with the smoke, we could have for real. Like, they be terrified, the guys in Orange Farm saying, yeah, the black people are going to tell you, bro, if we really wanted to pop up on you guys, we would have done that a long time ago. We're really just trying to live this
Yeah.
life of ours. That's the honest truth. Like, if we wanted to do it and we would have done it. That's the day. Like, Dingan and them homies, they were distracted. We ain't distracted by none. Right now, we're just trying to live life.
Do you want
but
another
we could have
cut
done the
in
Shaka
this
Zulu thing.
broadcast? Do you want another cut?
We could-
You just said Dingan and his people.
you know,
Ain't shit.
Sorry.
But anyway,
Hold
it's
up.
fine.
Pretoria's coming.
Hey man, born ne? Yeah, Bafana Bali, Maris
Oh,
fine.
you guys won't win.
Sorry, Ezra. Did you guys hear the recording in the World Cup when that happened? When Tom Curry walked up to the referee and said, "What should I do if someone calls a white cunt?" Did you hear the referee's response? I don't know why no one's
I
emphasizing
didn't hear
his
it,
response.
Where did this happen?
I didn't hear that
At
actually.
the-
That whole
when
chat.
we beat England,
Yeah.
he walked up to the referee. "What should I do when someone calls us a white cunt?" The guy said, "Nothing, please."
Get over.
Because this is our theme,
You
my
don't
boy.
want the smoke.
This ain't white folk.
You don't want
Can
the
you
smoke.
imagine what happened is all like, what? Hey. I've tried to
You're losing, boy.
nothing.
Accept.
Yeah.
Just lose it.
Yeah.
I know, yeah.
Oh no, this has been a good and long chat.
Definitely.
I was gonna ask social media stuff, but we're over time.
We made it.
We need to go home. Take us home.
What a day. All right, now shout out. Thank you everybody for watching. This was dope. This was fun. Very wild. But thank you very much for joining. You already know it is Before You Weekend, where we talk about the week before it ends. Please continue to like, comment, share, subscribe, share the content to your friend, and maybe they might like one or two of the jokes that I have not made. But yeah, stay safe. It's December. It's the vibes. Yeah, it's vibe time. Yeah, we were going to speak about the vibes now.
We're in the streets.
And then we're going to get out of the way so that you can go groove. Because you know that you want to do Sata. I mean, come on. Yeah, shout out. On time.
You watching before you weekend.